What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hey, grace and peace to all of you. And I am so glad to be a part of this course and so excited to have partnered with my sister, my good sister, Elle. Shout out to Elle Clark, the published princess, and many other great things. Elle Clark Media Group. You're doing phenomenal things, my sister, and I salute you for all the great things that you're doing and many more. And you guys, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and she's doing great things. And I'm so glad that she gave me the call to join you guys today. First and foremost, my name is Geno Gardner. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, and currently live in Texas for 14 years, and Tennessee now too, and love every bit of Tennessee. I am a gospel rap artist. I am a preacher, a minister of the gospel, evangelist, and I love spreading the gospel, showing love to the body of Christ, both body of Christ and the lost that don't know Him. I really love that outreach, connecting with the community. I got a little political bone in me. I like to go into that jargon every now and again and kind of deal in that, but radio personality as well. And again, musician, artist, songwriter. I've been doing that for, I would say, I've been writing songs maybe since like age 8, but actually rapping and choir, praise team, contemporary gospel kind of situation, all my life really. And I am 35 now. I'll be 36 in April. Shout out if y'all want to send me something in the mail. Leave a comment, and I'll leave my address so you can go ahead and do that for a brother. But anyway, without further ado, your time is precious, and I value your time. And I will not leave you with anything that will leave this whole experience devalued. It will be of great value and an asset to your career as a songwriter. This portion that Miss L, the great L Clark, had told me to deal with is songwriting. So I have some notes here and things of that nature, and some tidbits that I want to give to you guys. And I'm going to try to be as professional as possible, quick, sharp, anointed, and smart with you guys. And don't waste your time. That's something our pastor likes to say a lot. So I just wanted to repeat that atmosphere. But without further ado, you are in a great time of your life. You are in a position to excel to the greatest potential of your careers and all that you endeavor. There must be a leap of faith and time for you to jump. And so we're going to jump tonight into, excuse me, into the faith realm and deal with some areas you may or may not have seen before, and some areas that Miss L wanted me to approach and to tackle, and which I love to do. You guys can hit me up anytime with questions at Geno Gardner Worldwide on Instagram, at Geno_Gardner on Twitter, Geno Gardner on Facebook, and I have an artist page. It's just Geno, but you can find me through those mediums as well. My email is Geno Gardner Worldwide at gmail.com. And again, if you have anything specifically pertaining to this or music related, we can definitely use it for that regard, with much respect to Miss L, because she's going to have some tidbits for you and have a awesome presentation. But nevertheless, here we go. First question. So songwriting is a very special gift. It's definitely a gift of God, and all gifts are special, but it's definitely a unique creative art that I have been doing for a while. And the science or the mathematics of it, if there is any specific scheme of writing, I really didn't know at age 8. You know, you don't really know that stuff. You just kind of just do things that make sense to you at the time and in the moment. Excuse me. And as I began to grow, I began to again write rap songs, and then I did choir, praise team, contemporary, traditional. Grew up in the choir, rapping around bands and things of that nature. Diverse music from the South, Midwest to the Northeast. You know, I am a 90s rapper kind of connoisseur, man. I grew up around that, and I love it. But it's definitely you got to stay relevant to the time. So. How can I turn my message into music? This is the first question, and we're going to go through all of the questions that she has, and I'm going to dialogue with you, and I'm going to get out of your hair. I'm going to get out of your hair. I'm not going to hold you. So how do I turn my message into music? Well, you could take the message, and I guess your message, is it from God? Is a question you need to ask yourself. Ask yourself these questions. This is not limited to this, but just ask yourself the question: where is the message coming from? Once you know where it's coming from, you know how to then approach it. Then when you know where it's coming from, you know what audience you're trying to reach, and you know how to approach it to effectively reach that audience. And then you can take that very message and begin to allow it to saturate. Music, artistry, creativity, it must saturate. It has to sit for a while. Not that it is limited to sitting for a while. It can definitely be on the spot, and you're popping, making songs or making music and creativity on the spot. But a unique genius behind music is that it doesn't have to be rushed. It doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't have to be done in any specific time frame. You're not limited to that unless you have a record deal, things of that nature, and you're on a deadline, a little different. But you're getting paid for that, so it's a little different, and you're on contract or what have you. So there is definitely a message. First, you deal with that, allowing it to saturate. And then you have to allow the powers of God, the powers of mentorship, the powers of leadership to speak to that message, to formulate the music. The message in and of itself is powerful, and all messages not necessarily have to be turned into music. And I mean this not in a scoring sense where you're actually writing the notes. I mean this just in a songwriting sense where you're just writing lyrics to a message or that you've heard. Like, for example, my wife did it at a preached message that she heard many years ago. And she wrote a song from that preached message called Pain to Purpose. And it was a preached message, was Pain to Purpose. And from the message itself, she wrote a song. And in the midst of her writing that song, she heard the music. She heard every element of it. Got with a phenomenal producer by the name of Lester White. Shout out to you, my good brother. I love you. And from that point, he put the music to her message, and it just became a hit. It was a phenomenal, it is a phenomenal record, phenomenal track. So saturate, get the message, let it soak and saturate, receive from God, receive from mentors, receive from leaders, and develop that, and then present that package once developed to a skilled group of artists, professionals, songwriters, producers, artists, people that know quality, write quality, and can give you critical yet valuable feedback. Never run from that. Never run from that. It's definitely a necessity. So without further ado, I hope that answered the question. If more detail, please, again, you have my outlets. If you have more insight that you need, please feel free. I do this all the time. I dialogue with this. Another shout out, shameless plug, caveat. I work for Pastor Ben Tankard, Ben Tankard Ministries. I am the executive assistant there, / director of Ben Tankard Ministries. And we do a lot dealing with music and artistry. And I do a lot to help not only the man of God, to assist him, not help him. My God, he needs none. Just to assist him in his great venture of music, artistry, and ministry, of most importantly. So God has afforded me to learn different things to be able to encourage and empower the people of God as well. But shout out to my pastor, Pastor Ben Tankard. I love you, sir. Much love. Next question is this. How do I copyright my music? Well, the U.S. copyright. U.S. copyright is where you'll copyright your music, and it's evolved through the years, which is a good thing, because it used to be very, 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 oh my God, dated. Of course, it was relevant for the time, but back in the 90s, early 2000s, you had to write everything out, mail it in, and all this of that nature. Well, now you can easily go to uscopyright.gov. Let's just confirm that here. Let's just confirm that, good people. I hope y'all doing all right. This is the time where I would sip on water. If I was preaching, I would, because I'm fumbling around, but I can't drink water, and do. Okay. So anyway, www.copyright.gov, www.copyright.gov, G-O-V, is your best friend when you're dealing with copyright. It's the U.S. copyright registration for all musical compositions and sound recordings. You can do it right through that website. Extremely friendly. If you have any issues with that, I definitely can help. And further, it's friendly, but it's detailed. Okay, so I cannot, that's a video in and of itself to really walk through that process. But just in a nutshell, if you do have questions, hit me up. And also, there are phenomenal YouTube videos on how to register your music individually. Because what's going to happen is if you do have a song, as myself, I had the copyright, and basically you upload the MP3s, and it's a simple upload, and you type in all the administrative data and pay your $35, and you are a done deal. You can do it per project, per upload. A lot of people are doing singles and things of that nature. So don't quote me on the, I believe it's 35 per project, or per I guess submittal. Let me say that, per submittal. So if you got like 4 singles that you release it, it's probably good to release them all at one time, pay the $35 once, upload all 4 and be done with it. Again, that is how it used to be. And we can dig into that a little later to find out if that is accurate. But that is where you would copyright your music, all your musical compositions, your recordings, and things of that nature. Let me see if there's anything I'm missing here. Filing a copyright, online registration, that is good to go, good to go. And your lyrics will also be, of course, with the music, be copywritten. So that is also a must do in the same process of the music as well. Copywriting those lyrics and having that done as well, because the two run together. Because there can be some conflict if you have music, lyrics, music, and things of that nature. Some of you might just be strictly songwriters and don't deal with uploading music, but you can copyright your lyrics. So you can make sure that those lyrics are legally yours, and it will hold up in court. UScopyright.gov. Is that correct? Copyright, my apologies, www.copyright.gov. www.copyright.gov. Copyright your music. It is vital to the success and the legalities of your career. Next questions. What associations do I need to join as a songwriter? I'm going to give you this one association here in Nashville, and then I'm going to let you, it's so many songwriting associations. But again, y'all, I'm right outside the Music City in Nashville. I'm going to give you the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, the ace boom coon, the ace in the hole, the #1, in my opinion, and I'm very biased when I say that, of songwriting agencies, associations to join, and that is the Nashville Songwriters Association International, also known as NSAI. So that's right there in Nashville. But the beautiful thing about our area is that Knoxville and Memphis also have songwriting associations in which that you can join. And what is Knoxville? Is Knoxville Songwriters Association, and then Memphis is Memphis Songwriters, and the websites are www.nashvillesongwriters.com. Also Googleable. You can Google it. Don't know if that's, Knoxville Songwriters Association is also www.knoxvillesongwritersassociation.com. And Memphis is www.memphis-songwriters.org. Those 3 entities are very well established and very well credible, and are so many opportunities for songwriters. It's so much depth in those sites. And also do a Google. Like I said, you might find some in your area. I found another one there in California, Colorado, that covers down on song. It's called Songwriter Universe. Songwriter Universe, Colorado, California, www.songwriteruniverse.com is another connect. But there are so many others, I believe, that I captured as well. But this is, again, I'm being very biased by presenting Nashville, but also very reputable by presenting Nashville, and very credible source to use. So with that, there are so many opportunities there. And so I think that's going to kind of lead into our next question. Well, those are the songwriter associations. And so let's see. I think there's some other things I'm going to come back to on that. We will come back to that as necessary. You guys, thank you for your patience. Can I sell my lyrics? This is the next question. My apology. Question number 4. Can I sell my lyrics? And if so, how do I price it? How would I price the selling of my lyrics? This is a very reference point that I love to use in all of my music artistry. When I buy music, if I am being booked to feature and someone pays me. This is something I very well represent. And I like to keep things in perspective and of much ethics. I don't like to go too far beyond that. I want to do that. Now that I don't think that's helpful you as a songwriter or artist. So if you are looking at um, selling your lyrics. Can I sell my lyrics? Yes, you can sell your lyrics. Yes, you can. I would highly recommend definitely copywriting them. And if somebody wants to use them on their song, so be it. You can publish your lyrics through ASCAP as well. I didn't get into that. ASCAP or any other publishing agencies. We have BMI, CSAC as well, and copyright, publish, and then you would obtain royalties for those that use your music on their songs. You will get credit as a songwriter, and you will get paid royalties to those publishing companies. Definitely, you can sell it, or some people work deals to where they don't sell the lyrics; they just receive a royalty for the lyrics, which is a percentage of the sales, and that's another class in and of itself. So you may not technically say, "Hey, I'll sell you a 3 verse rap for $500." You could very well do that, and that would in turn release the contract we would draft. Is if you sell that to me, I'm exclusively giving that to you, and you own it. Or I could sell it to you at a certain rate, and then still receive draft up the contract to where I sell it and receive royalties. Or we could disallow me selling it and just release them to you. I've copywritten them, published them, and I would receive a royalty off when you make sales off of that particular song. So there are many ways to draft up the deal on that to really make it effective, cost effective. Again, you might just say, this is, I don't want to even deal with the contract. I'm gonna let him have it. You can buy them outright for $1,000. You can buy them outright for $1,500. You can buy them outright for $50. You can buy them outright for $100. You name your price. And then you have to be real with you, know the value of who you are and what type of reputation that you may have already in the industry, or that you want to represent. And then you have to look at what other songwriters of your caliber, greater or lesser, are kind of pricing their stuff at. Kind of pick the weeds a little bit and kind of get some fillers and see, like, hey, what is so-and-so selling her songs for? What is she selling her songs for? They're on this level, I'm on this level, or we're kind of on the same level. How could I really make that work? How could I make that work to either sell it outright or not sell it outright, just associate the royalties from my publishing and this, that, and the third from when they actually sell the music. So yes, you can do that. Yes, there are many other options to that. You just cover your legal basis by copywriting and also being associated with the publisher. Again, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. And then we'll go from there. Next question: is poetry the same as songwriting? Kind of similar in the respect that they all have a rhythmic feel to it. Songwriting is definitely you putting lyrics on paper and an effort possibly to write to create a song with music. Poetry does not necessarily need music, but there have been some poetry aspects where they've had music. So if you do poetry, or you're a poetic genius and you do live poetry, you don't necessarily need music, but there have been some poetic gentlemen, men and women that have had it. Whereas lyrically, we as songwriters that write lyrics thrive off of the music. It's almost like we need it. We're a fiend for it. It needs it to survive because it's a song. Songs are typically melodies, rhythmic themes and things of that nature that bring out the color of it. What happens is that the lyrics complement the music. So the music can be playing a certain thing, and then lyrically we would come and write our song in tandem and connect to every instrument, hi-hat, kick drum, snare, with the rhythmic flow. And that's music and artistry and creativity. Poetry in and of itself is telling a story, and it's all creative. and it can deliver and paint a picture. It's meant to paint a picture, but it's also meant for you to read and go back and get an understanding. There might be so much depth to it, even with lyrics too. But there's so many things like a hook. As long as you get the hook, you good. You ain't got to worry about get the lyrics later. I got the hook, I'm good. I can run on. But with poetry, you may have to read it a couple times and go back and study it and begin to dive. See where he was going. What was Edgar Allan Poe really saying about this particular scene? And it paints a picture. It's very creative, as is lyrics. But again, the difference with music, non-music, and one really needing it and the other really not. It's a toss up, somewhat of a thin line, but definitely a difference and a distinct difference. Because not all poets can get behind music and kick a flow or write a song scoring music. And then at the same token, some artists may not flow as well as a poet without music. Maybe so. Next question, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you. Do you know of any reputable songwriting competitions? Yes, I found them. I do. So same with the songwriting Nashville Songwriter Association International. They also I found a list of different songwriting competitions: American Songwriter Magazine's Lyric Writing Contest, Great American Song Contest, International Songwriting Competition, the John Lennon Songwriting Contest. That's dope right there. I like that. That's gonna be some, y'all get ready. Mid-Atlantic Songwriting Song Contest, Mountain Stage New Song Contest, and the list goes on and on. Again, that's the NSAI, Nashville Songwriters Association International, in which you can find all that information. But then also on ASCAP. I got some stuff on ASCAP here, I believe. Did I leave my ASCAP? Left my ASCAP information. Yeah, I did. I left my ASCAP. Sorry, y'all. Left my ASCAP information. But ASCAP, ASCAP, in which I am affiliated. I am published under ASCAP, and you can go there as well. They have a lot of competitions for songwriters as well. If you register or just search them out, Google them. ASCAP, ASCAP. And you can find out more about publishing and find more about songwriting competitions, in which they have some great prizes and different things that you have to do to qualify to be in the songwriting competition. And then the reputation of these agencies, if you win, my God, that's Dove, Stellar, Grammy, wow level, you know what I mean, if you actually win one of those. So I encourage you as songwriters to participate at will. My apologies for kicking the screen. Hopefully that answered the question. Again, if not, hit me up or get with L and we'll connect the dots. Sorry, you guys, if not. Do you know of it? I asked that already, didn't I? Okay. I am a songwriter, not a singer. How can I create a demo of my music? Well, this is cool. I like this. I like that question because a lot of singers have people that write for them. Okay, so a lot of great singers don't write their own lyrics. It's that guy behind, it's the odds, it's the odds, the guy behind the curtain, working the curtain, that makes the whole production great. And it's really a success story. But oftentimes, and there are some great singers out there that write their own music and play their own music and do everything, and they're great at all 3 or 4 or 5, whatever else. But there are songwriters that write for other great singers. And again, with the legalities covered, you cover that. But then they would have the singer would have a demo done by somebody live. What happens is they'll write a song. The record label would write a song for an artist, have somebody come in, they'll fly you in and have you sing it, fly somebody else in, again, have them write it, fly you in, have you sing it, or they don't have to fly them in to write it, but have them write the song, fly the person in, or have them record the song wherever they are, and they would present that package to an artist and have that artist record it. So it's kind of a demo to a regard for a major artist with your vocals and with the songwriter that wrote it. Now, is it being released? Well, your vocals taught the mainstream artists how and what to sing, but You get paid for that. Okay, you get paid for that, and I don't think I'm answering your question, but kind of hard demo of songwriting lyrics. It'd be basically you testing the waters, you know. So you have to test the waters with other vocalists, and I would find somebody that is really good at reading lyrics, that can bring color to what you've written, and that be your demo. You have to find somebody that can sing what you wrote. If that's not you, if that's you, if you write and sing are phenomenal, then you do both. If not, find you somebody who can sing, have them sing it, and then somebody's gonna say, yeah, they sing real good, but who wrote the song? Because singers have a way, when they're really gifted and unique and anointed, to really bring out a song and extract all of the elements that you as a songwriter might not even knew was there. You knew it was good, but then that singer has a way to curve the elements of the song and bring you into the mood even the more. And so I would definitely encourage you that way. I think I answered it now. I kind of took a long way roundabout to get there, but create the demo by writing the song, finding a phenomenal singer that can take the lyrics of what you wrote and written, and create the mood by singing it. Record that, and then you can pitch that to other mainstream artists or artists that are recording, and they can just say, "Oh, this song already written, and this how it go. Oh, I'm on it." And then they would take note of that, and then record the song, and you get paid, you get royalties, all that stuff comes into play. It's a beautiful thing. Next question. I am not signed to a label. Where can I get my CDs copied and distributed professionally? I'm going to name one place, and now I'm going to stop right there. Discmakers.com. Discmakers, D-I-S-K, makers.com, man. They pressed my they pressed my first official release project in 14, and did a phenomenal job, man. They have different rates, packages, how you can actually package the CD, literally package it up, shrink wrap, jewel case, sleeve, cardboard sleeve. Excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Different ways you can actually do a lot of different things, and they are phenomenal, and the rates vary based on how many CDs you're ordering. I would say start there and then work your way down. They are, to me, they are extremely reputable. UPCs and barcodes, same. UPCs, ISRC codes, and things of that matter, metadata. And I know I'm maybe talking Greek to some, but please forgive me. All of that is included in the pressing, and you will go ahead and get that pressed and get it released. And they are the creme de la creme. Again, Nashville has a lot of pressing companies that press your music, and you don't need a deal for it. You just need the money for it. You send them the artwork, the template of the artwork, what you want on the disc. It has to fit their dimensions of how they press. You match it to fit their dimensions. You send them the templates, the designs, and they press how many you want based on what package you choose, and you take it from there. And you got the, again, jewel case, cardboard sleeve, or whatever have you. It's totally up to you, but there's so many different other companies that offer that service as well. So you might just want to do your homework, but I would definitely start with Disc Makers because they are reliable, they're reputable, and I'm giving you reputable people first. Whatever you find that they got a better deal, you know, they cut a better rate, you know, they got a better deal on that side. It's so be it, it's on you. Possibly a risk you take as well, unless you've gone off a reference of someone that says, I've dealt with them, and I got people that dealt with them, and they're good. So that's where you go to duplicate. Discmakers.com is a start, and then go from there. Next question. What advice would you give to upcoming songwriters and musicians? I would say, don't quit, keep going. Don't quit, keep going. Don't quit, keep going. Don't quit. Keep. Don't quit, keep going. That was my little Ty Tribbett church Kimberell segment. But anyway, y'all know nothing about that. Y'all ain't ready for that. So don't quit, keep going, because there are going to be obstacles, stumbling blocks, hindrances, applause, great pat on the backs, high fives, you know, negativity coming your way. as a songwriter musician, but you have to stay. If this is what you know God has called you to do, stay the course. One thing that I talked to Levester White about yesterday, who is a good friend of mine, but also a great mentor of mine. Take those negativities and put them ever before you. Put them before you and use that as fuel for your next move. And I'm gonna tell you, he's extremely bad. He's bad. If I go and talk about all the stuff he's done, then I'd be here all night in the industry. But I've taken the same concept and put my my downfalls and the negativity and things of that nature before me, and use it as fuel to press me to the next level. And it has done just that. It'll make you better. It'll make you stronger. It'll make you wiser, and you stay connected to God and continue to press through that mess. And you can do it. You are great. You're the head and not the tail. You're all God created you to be in all of its splendor. And creativity is inside you for a reason, to share your gift to the world, to reach the lost, to reach the masses, to save and unsaved, to strengthen the body, to strengthen the nation, to be that if I could say that minister of music, that minstrel of music that the world can't touch. And I tell you, that's amazing. So I tell you that don't quit, don't stop, don't quit in the face of adversity, in the face of your nemesis. Don't quit, keep going, and watch the success follow you. Grind hard, work hard, pick yourself up, and keep going, and look it in the face and say, I've been called to this, I love this, and I'm going to encourage the world with this. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Those are all the questions. My time with you is well spent. I am so grateful to have been here this day to share with you guys. And I hope I answered some questions. I hope I wasn't too far off rambling. I really don't. I really hope I was not. And I hope this is really designed to really help. And Elle has done and always does a great job of developing and strengthening and building people. And so you guys stay close to her and her mentorship and her guidance, and watch greatness just knock you over. You understand, just overwhelm your life. And I'm happy for you guys. Much success, much love to you. My website is also www.genogardnerworldwide.com. Again, www.genogardnerworldwide.com. Email is genogardnerworldwide@gmail.com. If you have any questions or concerns pertaining to this video, please let me know, or Miss L, and we'll make it do what it do. Y'all, I'm signing out. This is your boy Geno, your brother in Christ, your friend, your friendly, your inspiring fellow, that I'm doing what I love to do. Thank you, Miss L. Much love to you. Peace, y'all. Much success. Yes, y'all. Don't quit, y'all. Don't stop, y'all. To the top, y'all. Love you.